Hello all and welcome to yet another edition of hrtech.sg's Tech Talks, where we talk to subject matter experts on all aspects in the realm of HR and HR technology. Today, extremely happy to host Manoj Agarwal, co-founder xoxoday. Manoj embarked on the xoxoday journey in 2012. In fact, xoxoday is a technology company that builds infrastructure to send rewards, perks, incentives, and disburse payouts to employees, customers, and even partners. So they work today with more than 2,000 clients across more than 10 countries with over 2.5 million users. And if the company has been able to achieve this in this short stint, it's because Manoj's strength is in his ability to conceive and implement the strategic plans, to identify new market opportunities, initiate product and service introductions, negotiate strategic partnerships to drive both market expansion and revenue growth. Recently, Gift, a leading provider of loyalty management solutions globally, has invested $30 million to acquire a significant strategic interest in xoxoday. Thank you very much for joining us today, Manoj. So let me start asking the common question that is in the minds of most people today.
Yeah, so fundraise is the talk of the town in the startup circles. And fundraise is definitely a grilling experience. And it has been the same for us. The journey is more fruitful than the destination itself because the entire process teaches you a lot. It's also like selling your own products. The way you do it, you also do your the fundraise exercise. So we also learned a lot during this entire exercise. And then when your business is critically examined by a third person, it gives you a lot of perspectives. It gives you a lot of insights. And these insights have been the building blocks for us all this while. Now, one should not be raising funds just out of peer pressure or just because there is a media hype. I mean, we were bootstrapped for almost like 9 years, and we grew quite well. And today we are doing a ARR of almost like 10 million US dollars without raising funds. So you should raise funds only when you have a true plan that, okay, this is how you are going to use this fund and this is how these funds will add value to all the stakeholders. And we have tried to raise funds in the past, but we were never obsessed and desperate about raising funds because as a business, we are always being profitable and making money. But some of these exercises which we did during our fundraise definitely gave us a lot of insights, a lot of small gaps in our business model or in our revenue models, and each discussion with these investors helped us overcome those challenges and then be extremely ready in terms of raising the funds. In terms of the advice to the founders, I mean, there are so many things which we can discuss in this entire process. But the one thing which I keep talking about to entrepreneurs and young founders is that, guys, funding is just one of the ingredients in your success. It is not really the yardstick to measure the success of a company or of the founders, because there are a lot of great companies who have done well without raising any funds. So you should raise funds when you have a good sustainable product market fit, a good team, and then funding is never a problem because investors are also looking out for good teams, good companies. They also want to invest in companies who can also give them good returns and create value for all the stakeholders. Lot of founders get distracted in this entire exercise, that they start getting obsessed about fundraise rather than getting obsessed about their customers and obsessed about their employees. I would suggest that startups should be people and customer first, and take some data driven decisions And I'm sure that funding will easily come to them. It will easily flow inwards. So that is one of the key advice I will like to give to the budding entrepreneurs. We generally plan our product roadmap by listening to our customers. We keep getting a lot of signals from our existing customers and also from our potential customers, and we keep looking at that how can we add more value to their success. Now these plans really don't change in a big way with or without funding, but yes, funding definitely gives you a lot of ammunition to kind of really go little more aggressive in your plans. It can also give you a little more front loading capacity to your plans. So our customers can expect a lot in the next 1 year or so. But some of the critical things which I can list down for all our products together, which is Plum, Impulse, and Compass. Number one is we hear a lot of customers looking for multi-region deployment capabilities in multiple different clouds. And then a true internationalization in terms of multilingual capabilities, multi-currency, and so on. And some of these requirements are increasingly important because of a lot of importance to the data privacy kind of laws, the GDPR, and so on. So this is one area of our focus, that we are now becoming a truly global product with all these capabilities, and our customers can use our products in multiple geographies very seamlessly. The second thing which we are focusing a lot in is in terms of improving our technology infrastructure, making it better and better in terms of scalability, security, performance, and all those metrics which are important for our customers. The third thing is giving a very good user experience, improving our user interface, and making it truly global. Because when you are talking to customers which are from multiple geographies, it becomes very important for giving them a very good user experience which works for all different kinds of customers. One more thing which we have been one of the only companies in our sector to have a very good self-serve and DIY product. And then we see a lot of customers signing our product and getting started without any intervention from the sales team. Now we are doubling down our efforts on our DIY capabilities, adding more and more capabilities on that product to make it so very easy for customers to get started, so that they don't really need any onboarding time, implementation time, and so on. In terms of the features, if I had to just talk about features, in Impulse, we are introducing features like one-on-one feedback. We are introducing a lot of new rewards categories, be it perks, merchandise, some financial benefits. We are adding a lot of features around engagement and pulse surveys, and we are rolling out some SDKs for our integrations. And then in the later half of the year, we will also be rolling out the OKR system in the Impulse product. And when it comes to our other products like Plum and Compass, we will be launching features like consumer incentives and consumer promotions. We are also launching an event notification and rule engine for handling very complex rewarding for org sizes of, let's say, 10,000, 20,000 employees. We are adding a lot of features around gamification. We have those, but we are adding more around that, and adding a lot of things around predictive analytics insights, so that our customers can get true ROI from the product. They can draw a lot of real business insights and make the right decisions based upon what are the signals coming out of the product. So in a nutshell, these are some of the key things which we are, we are kind of working on for the next 1 year. And apart from these, there are a lot of other things which the customers can expect as we progress. A lot. I mean, the markets are so very dynamic these days compared to they were maybe say 10 years back. Things the lifespan of anything today is much shorter, and we are seeing similar trends in our sector. So if you understand the landscape of this entire sector where we play, which is we generally call it like a ripple, which is rewards, incentives, payouts, perks, loyalty, and engagement. Uh, Now, there have been a lot of legacy solutions in this space for almost like 50 years. Uh, but the biggest problem in this entire sector has been that most of the solutions have been very service oriented. So you take the request from the customer and you build some custom solution and then you deliver. There are not many solutions who have done a very product centric approach, a product first approach, and then working on systems which are very scalable, which are very great in terms of user experience, and very deeply integrated into the existing flow of your work. So a lot of customers are now kind of bombarded with multiple applications, multiple softwares, and we are seeing that increasingly customers are looking for solutions which can integrate very well with each other, so that they don't have to kind of switch on to multiple applications, but still drive a lot of value out of it. So the integration and product first approach is one very big kind of trend which we are looking at. That are your applications integrated with Slack, Teams, Salesforce, SAP, HubSpot, and a lot of these great applications at work. The second thing which I also touched upon in the previous question is that increasingly there is a lot of demand around data privacy and security. So there are trends around how can companies have very solid technology infrastructure, multi-region capabilities, and then truly internationalized product offerings. The third thing which we are looking at is, and especially which has changed during the pandemic, is that a lot of companies who were on the fringes, who were not really thinking about digital transformation, but they generally used to think it as a nice to have now been witnessing that this is not a nice to have, it is a must have. And then the digital transformation in anything to do with rewards, incentives, loyalty, engagement is extremely important, because uh, the remote and hybrid work will be here to stay. And to make it efficient and very productive, it's very imperative for companies to kind of invest in these kind of solutions. And we are seeing a lot of companies who were earlier not really thinking about looking at these products are increasingly looking at these products. The fourth thing which we are looking in terms of trends is that there is consolidation, because there are so many Me Too players, and this is confusing the customers and it is not really adding a lot of value. So there is definitely a consolidation of players to cover the entire stack horizontally rather than making very pointed solutions. And the last thing which applies not only to our sector, but I guess across any sector which works in technology, is that technology and product is definitely a big differentiator, but at the same time it is rapidly getting commoditized. It's not very tough to build a product and technology solution today. But what we are seeing is that customers are really looking for customer empathy and something where they can reach out to, they can feel and touch, rather than just getting into this wire of web. That, hey, can I reach out to somebody who can help me derive true value out of the technology product which you are giving to us? How can you help us adopt and get great value and a data driven value out of your products? And then that is where we have been investing a lot, that how can we not just throw a product to the customers, but also work with them and make it a true success for them. The differentiating factors and the USPs should come from our customers most of the times, but I will try to put it across whatever we hear from our people and our customers. So the first and foremost is our own people and culture practices, because this is something which is the biggest weapon for any company. I mean, your competitors can copy everything. They can copy product place, price, promotions, everything. But the only thing which they can't copy is people and culture. So I would say that our success really belongs to our people, and this is the biggest USP for our company. The second thing is respect and relationships. Now, these words might sound very trivial, but what we have seen is that if you have this respect and relationships DNA in your company, whether it is for your employees, for your customers, then it is not a transaction. It's a long-term relation. So and we are seeing great results out of it. So we are proud that the kind of attrition we see in our company is much better than a lot of companies out there in the world. Similarly, the kind of churn we see in our customers, it's very, very low. And I think it definitely goes to our product, yes, but I mean, product is again a commodity. Anybody else can also have it. So it then boils down to respect and relationships. The third thing which is very, very unique about us is that as a company, we have a very entrepreneurial DNA. And apart from the founders, we have almost like 35 ex-founders who have been part of our journey. They did some startups successful or maybe not so successful, but then they joined our journey, and then the kind of intent, the kind of impact and the agility they have brought to the company is humongous. And finally, I would say we generally push ourselves. We generally try to go beyond the call of duty for our customers. We are always available to our customers. The entire DNA of the company is that we are very responsive, very committed, and then try to deliver quality to our customers in whatever we do. So I think these are some of the differentiating factors we can think through, and I'm sure that our customers might have maybe other views about us.